I grew up in extreme poverty. I still remember walking up to the cashier with my free lunch ticket, and all my classmates saw me handing this free lunch ticket to the cashier. It was a source of embarrassment, shame, and guilt, and I had prayed to God that one day He might show me the place to start something like Harvest for the Hungry, where we could give out fresh, nutritious foods to those struggling with food insecurity. That was my prayer for approximately 40 plus years. And then 6 years ago, working in the hospital, my colleague comes up to me and says, "Do you know of anyone who wants to buy 61 acres in Freeport?" So after 40 plus years, I knew God answered my prayers in terms of where.
The nonprofit began in 2019. The farm and organization exists in a food desert in Freeport, Texas. There's a limited access to our food choices here.
Our mission here is to provide local, fresh, nutritious farm foods to those struggling with food insecurity.
We provide our clients with fresh vegetables, fruit, honey, and eggs, as well as fish. The impact, if you look at our food banks, we do address food insecurity through thousands.
I always like to say the mission behind the mission is that we want to feed everybody spiritually just like we do physically. This is what Jesus did.
We use this space to bring families and community members together for not just food, but also classes. We have education on gardening, on nutrition. We have a time in the week that we gift families food directly on Wednesdays, actually, where food is collected, harvested from the fields, and brought to the education center here. As a gesture of our love and respect, we welcome them into what we do at the farm. We attach a gift. We ask them if we could please share a Bible with them when we hand the food over to them. We invite them to stay with us, to talk, and we speak the gospel. We connect with people that way. We know that is core to health and wellness, is the spiritual side of each of us. So it's a very important privilege to be able to serve that at Harvest for the Hungry.
I'm only alive because of God. He gave me purpose past what the world says that I need. God's using David in a big way to focus on seeking the Lord, reading my Bible every day, learning about who He was. I needed a spiritual foundation before I could work on the physical foundations.
I enjoy seeing the transformation. First, sometimes it might just be in the giving of food. It might be the invitation of gardening or working with us in our classes, but there are constant examples of transformation happening.
The way I share the gospel with those that visit Harvest for the Hungry is I want to emphasize that we serve a holy, holy, holy God. And as humans, we were born into sin, and serving a holy, holy God, He doesn't tolerate any sin at all. And so God Himself sent Jesus, His only begotten Son, into this world to save us from our sins. He died on the cross, living a perfect life, fulfilling all the commandments like no one else could. And He took on our sins, and we were able to take on His righteousness to be holy, to be able to be saved, and to be in the presence of God. This is really grace, and this is a gift. It cannot be earned. All they have to do is come to faith in Jesus Christ.